Hey everyone, it's me Jenny and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to crochet this very easy and very simple coaster. There's only 4 round, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the measurement across it is 5 inches or 13 centimeter. Okay, so the yarn that I use for this green coaster, this yarn, the brand is this Peaches and Cream. For this Peaches and Cream, it is 100% cotton. Okay, so but for this tutorial I'm going to be using this yarn, this blue yarn by Premier Yarns, Premier Home. This is not 100% cotton, it is 85% cotton and 15% polyester. Okay, and the colorway for this is Ocean Splash. Okay, so for the crochet hook I'm going to be using 4mm. So even though it's recommended at the label right here to use 5.5mm, but I'm going to be using 4mm because I want the coaster to have tight stitch. Okay, so without further ado, let's start. Okay, let's start by making a loose knot. So you can use the magic ring, or my way is I make a loose knot. So twist the yarn, hold it right there and hook into the loop, yarn over and pull the yarn into the loop. So now we're going to do round 1. So for round 1 we start with chain 2, 1, 2. Next we're going to make 12 double crochet. Okay, we're going to make it into this loop right here, 12 double crochet, and this chain 2 does not count as one of the 12 double crochet. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 and 12. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so once you made all 12 double crochet, pull this tail right here to close the hole at the middle. Okay, so now slip stitch. Okay, now for round 2, start with chain 2, 1, 2. So for round 2 we're going to make 2 double crochet into every stitch. Okay, so 2 double crochet into the first stitch, 1, 2, 2 double crochet into the second stitch, 1, and this is 2. Okay, so just go ahead and make 2 double crochet into every stitch and I'll meet you at the end of the round. Okay, so once you reach the end of round 2, you should have total of 24 stitches. So now go ahead and slip stitch. So next for round 3 we're going to start with chain 2, 1, 2, and we're going to make 1 double crochet into the first stitch and 2 double crochet into the second stitch. Okay, 1 double crochet into first stitch and 2 double crochet into the second stitch, so 1 and 2. Okay, so the sequence for round 3 is going to be 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet into the next stitch. Okay, 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet into the next stitch. 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet into the next stitch. Okay, so go ahead and finish up round 3. Repeat the same sequence, 1 double crochet and 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of round 3. Okay, so once you reach the end of round 3, you should have total of 36 stitches. Now go ahead and slip stitch. Okay, so for round 4, we're going to create this stitch. It is called shell stitch, but some call it scallop stitch. Okay, scallop stitch. So for round 4, start with chain 1. So we're going to make our first shell. So we're going to skip 2 stitches, the first stitch right here and the second stitch, and we're going to make the shell stitch at the 3rd stitch. Okay, for shell stitch we're going to make 6 double crochet into this stitch. Okay, 6 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Next we're going to slip stitch, skip this stitch right here, and we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch. Okay, skip 1 stitch and slip stitch into the next stitch. So next we're going to make the second shell stitch. So we're going to skip 1 stitch and shell stitch into the next stitch. Okay, so for the shell stitch you're going to make 6 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so next we're going to skip 1 stitch. We're going to skip this stitch and slip stitch into the next stitch. Okay, slip stitch. Okay, for the 3rd shell we're going to skip 1 stitch, skip this stitch and shell into the next stitch. Okay, so next skip 1 stitch and slip stitch into the next stitch. Okay, so go ahead and finish up round 4. So skip 1 stitch and do the shell stitch, skip 1 stitch and do the slip stitch, skip 1 stitch, do shell, skip 1 stitch and do the slip stitch. Okay, so go ahead and repeat the same sequence and I'll meet you at the end of round 4. Okay, so once you reach the end of round 4, you should have total of 9 shell stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so once you made the shell stitch number 9, you should have 1 stitch left right here. So go ahead and slip stitch. We're going to slip stitch into this stitch right here. It is the same stitch where we slip stitch the round number 3. Okay, just slip stitch, chain 1 to secure and cut the yarn. Okay, so now within ends you want to weave in this end and also this end right here. So Okay, so there you have it. This is how I crochet this very easy coaster. There's only 4 rounds, as I say earlier. So I do hope you find this tutorial easy to follow. If you do have any question, leave your question at the comment section down below. I will try my best to reply. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video and share this video as well. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already, that way you won't miss any of my future upload. And also don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Living Lini. Okay, so thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a wonderful day and take care everyone. Bye.